Enumeration option is set to off.
Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait, need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I?
Today, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Today it's Week 4 and we've got what should be a great one here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And running in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact and he'll go deep.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now a handoff for Lindsey. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
At the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Catch is made by Harry. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
N'Keal Harry. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. This pass going to be caught by Hardman.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 21-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big game.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he...
And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 4th touchdown on the year. Justin Tucker for the extra point.
For the extra point.
And the Ravens lead at 7-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown.
to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 7. First down, Steelers.
Now a first down throw. Gone. Hitting Juju on the slant. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now Goff on first down. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
You know the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman of the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive,
pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt, the all-pro, in there to take him down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Completes it to Hardman. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 3rd and 13.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Quick slant to Brown. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. From the gun, Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Fitzpatrick on the coverage.
To throw again. Jackson. Back to Brown, this time complete. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson will throw again. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And now to give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. A 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There's pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Intended for Marquise Brown. Incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. He's got a man. Complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown in the final seconds of the first half as the Ravens push further out in front.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook, but even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
So the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter.
Steelers,
the Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. Last week they defeated the Broncos, and they've got the lead here as well as they work with a 1st and 10. They start the second half with a run by Geis. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
3rd and 4.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Got a man open. That's Harry. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half.
At their own 30.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And Charles, they trail by 3 scores. Look, they're not completely out of this, but it's sort of go time right now.
Yeah, and they knew that coming out after halftime, it was going to take a collective effort to get back into this ball game. The defense got the stop for them, so maybe that can get things started. Now the offense has to pick their game up as well, and if they can put a score on the board, hey, they could get back in it in a hurry.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Goff. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
A gain of 5. 1st down, Steelers.
They'll run again with Samuels on 1st down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. They'll try the air now with Goff. Ebron caught left side. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. From the gun on third down. Gone. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up fourth down. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. This is sort of what you would call the put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Well, it's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll go again with Lindsey. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. 2 running plays go backwards. So what's the call on 3rd and 13 now? From the gun, Jackson. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steelers ready to take over on offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. And that is incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. But it's brought in by Washington. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Goff on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To the air again. Goff. Back to Smith-Schuster. This time complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Throwing again is gone. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. That catch good for only a couple. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And it's a fumble, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores.
This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card. Following the fumble recovery, Goff. And that will be incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Here we go on 4th. Goff. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They keep the game alive. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Touchdown. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation. Yeah. Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
Boswell good with the extra point as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Ingram again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Jackson to throw. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.